Godwin Benson emerged among this year's top 5 winners in the Microsoft Passion to Empire campaign, a local competition which rewards innovative entrepreneurs in Nigeria for their work, after creating an online platform that links tutors with students and allows them to provide private lessons for clients. His business ensures that clients get professional services, while at the same time tutors are assured of getting full payment for the services.
I thought that how could I make it possible for people to find people that they want to learn various things from. And initially I was thinking in lines of academics, but then after speaking with people wanted to learn photography, dance, bead making, and so I decided to extend the idea and see how I could make them easily connect and also process payments for lessons and classes.
Olarinwaju Aderinto, an undergraduate engineering student, has just arrived at his client's house. Helen Ofyong has hired him to help her 8-year-old son learn mathematics. Tutors go through various stages of evaluation before they are signed up to a tutoria. Tutors who receive high ratings get more clients. Tuition fees vary from $2.5 to about $25 per session.
The platform is very, very good. That can give you an extra income while you are in school. All you have to do is to plan your time very well, plan your timetable very well in class, so you won't clash with your classworks. You just enjoy it.
So as I went through them, he was able to give me somebody without wasting of time. I didn't have time, because I wouldn't have had time enough to go and look for somebody somewhere. But before I know it, the person even had to come to my house.
Once a prospective client finds a tutor or skill of interest, their option can be filtered further according to gender, distance between client and tutor, availability, age, and price. Benson makes his money by retaining 30% of total payment a teacher makes. He says his focus now is to expand his client base and grow his business further. Experts say that rising incomes among the continent's vast population have created a pool of customers willing to pay for better schooling for their children, which in turn is driving an explosion in education businesses in Africa today.
And Godwin Benson, founder Tutoria, is a 26-year-old man and from Akwa Ibom State. He studied systems engineering at the University of Lagos and graduated with a first class. He joins me now on Network Africa to discuss his innovative idea. Thank you so much for making our time to speak to us on Network Africa.
Thank you.
Let me ask you quickly, how did this whole idea of online tutoring start?
Okay, it started, I think, when I was in SS1, must have been. I had the chance to tutor a man's son for 1 month, and I taught him math because I was really, really good. And we agreed at the rate of 6,000 naira, you know, and it felt so nice to me then. And after I taught him for 1 month, in fact, he added his daughter as well. And at the end of the month, he didn't pay me, and that was very sad. So I thought then that how could I create a platform where people that teach can actually get paid. And beyond that, I stayed about 10 minutes from his house, and it took him almost 2 months to find me, you know, and that was also another problem I wanted to solve, that how could he find me easily without having to search for about 2 months? And for every time he didn't find me, his child was losing out on the knowledge they could have learned. So, and then that was what I wanted to solve. But then I saw people who wanted to learn a lot of things, you know. I was amazed someone wanted to learn how to cook afang, and she was really serious about it because she's betrothed to an Akwa Ibom man.
I'm serious about it too.
And we want to learn a lot of things. And when I began talking to people about the idea, they said, you know, if you could do academics, that's fine. But if you could also do non-academics, you know, I want to learn how to make Ankara shoes, and I don't know who to speak to. Or I want to learn how to swim or dance salsa, and there's almost no one that can teach me, you know. And so I wanted to build that platform where they could easily connect and learn, as well as process payments So that was what that's how Tuteria came about.
That's quite interesting. Now, your choice of online solution is kind of different.
Okay.
You know, like you said, you wanted to impart knowledge, and you decided to connect people using technology, which is quite interesting. And it sounds to me like more or less like a social entrepreneur. Okay. Using technology, you know.
Drive it, yeah.
I mean, is there really a market for this? Please tell me. Are you trying to give back to the community, or you actually really do make money from it?
Yeah, we do make money. We do make money. So the business model is our drive is to get people who want to learn anything to be able to meet those that can teach them, as well as those who can teach to express their skills and earn extra income. So, but we take a cut from every lesson fee that the tutor makes. So we don't make money till the tutor actually does make money. So we take a small cut, but then majority of the fee goes to the tutors.
Okay, so are you working on any other project?
Well, at the moment, Tuteria is it takes enough of my time. So that's what I'm working on for now. Of course, we started with online and offline tutoring, but it's going to build into several other forms of learning as well.
Tell us more about your client base. I mean, since it's online, that means people have the opportunity to connect with anyone who wants to learn anything from any part of the world. That's the one good thing about the World Wide Web.
Yeah.
So tell me more about your client base.
Client base. Okay, we have different versions of Tuteria. So what we have now is the version 1, which is you connect physically with the tutor. So you both meet in a physical location. So, but beyond that, we're also going to include the online tutoring where you could be in Nigeria and teach someone in Kenya and South Africa and things like that. So right now, our client base are mostly people in Nigeria, across Nigeria, Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, different states, you know, who want to learn a lot of things. So they've been able to now find tutors for their kids, especially parents who they want their kids to do better in class and all of that. So they've been able to find tutors for them now. And then people who wanted to learn a lot of things like makeup, bag making, Ankara crafts, even swimming, you know, they've been in different parts of Nigeria. So our client base is increasing quite fast. In fact, we had to stop all forms of marketing at some point because the request was too much for us to handle. So we are trying to automate the back end to make sure that we can cater for every single request that comes in.
Okay, one last question. Permit me to say you're very young. It's not like I'm so old. How does it feel to be a successful, and I will say it, I won't call you an entrepreneur, I'll call you a techtrepreneur.
Okay.
Right? Does that work?
Yeah.
How does that feel? I mean, you still have like lots of years ahead of you to be even more successful than this.
Yeah.
How does it feel?
I think it feels awesome. I'll tell you how high it feels. There was a tutor we connected with a client. You know, she's serving now. She's in Port Harcourt, and she called me earlier this morning and said she was really happy because she was going to make 24,000 naira if she taught that client's child, and she was really happy. She called and expressed her joy. So for me, that is exciting that what I'm doing and my team actually provides for the needs of other people that are even beyond where we are. So I'm happy that I can be the one who is actually providing that service. So that's really how it feels.
All right.
For me.
Godwin Benson, founder Tuteria. Thank you so much for joining us on Network Africa.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so let's take you through some of the responses to the question we asked you yesterday. We asked you, should the government be responsible for widows, more responsible than it is for widows in Africa? And this is some of your responses. You said, Emmanuel Victor said, indeed, the government should cater for widows because some of them lost their husbands to service and insecurity. Sheriff SSC says, yeah, I think the government should because, as noted by one of your respondents, indifference to their plight is inadvertent neglect of their children. And finally, Prince Will Erakbo says, government should not just take care of widows in Africa, it should be government's priority to take care of them very well. Well, that'll be all on Network Africa at this time. Thank you so much for watching. Do have a great week, great weekend, that is. I am Adeshewa Josh.